We are coming down turn 3.
Hello and welcome to the 4th event of the 2017-18 Formula 4 Southeast Asia Championship. This weekend we're coming to you live from Sepang International Circuit, and I'm Aaron Thompson. I'm joined today by Faisal.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Beautiful Sunday here in Sepang. You can see the lead car now, they're doing their warm-up lap. They're approaching turn 9, the tight left-hander uphill. Coming onto right-hander turn 10. Here we go. Yeah, and they're braking now for turn 11, right-handed downhill. Going up to the gears, turn 11 is taken in 4th gear. Down to turn 12, it's flat out in the race in 5th gear. Apex speed is about 175 km/h from these little 160 horsepower machines.
That's incredible.
And they are braking down here into 3rd gear, exiting turn 14 onto the back straight. It's a 900-meter back straight, 800-meter back straight, but they will be reaching speeds close to 194 km/h if they get a perfect exit from 14.
Thank you for that, Faisal. Now let's just have a quick look at the starting grid. In pole position, we have car number 30, the red car on the screen there, Ishan Paris from Sri Lanka. In position 2, we have Kane Shepherd from Thailand in car number 3. Position 3 is Aaron Love from Australia in car number 78. Hibiki Tara follows in car number 1 from Japan. Ugo de Wild in position 5, number 27 from Belgium. Daniel Cowan, number 55 from China. Adam Khalid in position 7. Mitchell Chair in position 8. Followed by Benson Lim, Moise Musafa, Alistair Young, Liam Lawrence, and Luke Thompson. So we can see the cars are just taking their positions on the grid now. In a few moments, we'll see the lights begin to go out. Red, 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 and then the race will start.
So, especially for this home race, for the team, there are 4 Malaysians on the grid. 3 of them are rookies in the series. We've got Muiz Mushafa, we've got Alistair Young, Alexander Young's son, and also Mitchell Chia. Also a returning driver, Adam Khalid, who I believe last year won.
I think he did win a race, yes.
Here we go. You hear the rest are climbing.
We're just about to start. The lights go out, and we're off.
Perfect start from Kane Shepherd. They're side by side. He's alongside Ishan Paris. And they're going for the...
It looks like Kane's got a bit of a better start. He looks to have pulled out in front of Ishan there. Yes, definitely. He's just ahead.
Ishan's going to try take him on the inside turn 1, and they're alongside.
Oh, and there's been a crash. There's been an accident.
Oh, boys.
Oh, everyone's gone everywhere.
And the front row guys has just taken themselves out of contention.
That's Ishan and Kane back to the grid. Hopefully they'll get the chance to rejoin, but we can't see them here. They both rejoined safely there.
So it's back to green. So the guys behind and now in front. We have Aaron Love leading.
Followed by Daniel Cow and number 93, I believe.
93, that'll be...
Excuse me, that's 95.
Adam Khalid. Adam Khalid's made up 4 positions. He's now in 3rd place from 7th on the grid. And Hugo de Ville, our young Belgian race winner, is now down in 4th place. Looks like Aaron Love has pulled out a bit of a lead over Hibiki Taira. Is that Hibiki Taira in 2nd place?
I think so, yes. I can't quite make out the number from here. No, that's Daniel Cow there in position 2.
Daniel Cow in 2nd place. Always a contender, Daniel. But Adam's got podium in his sights. Starting from 7, he's now in.
So coming around after having something go wrong like that at the start, what can the previous leaders of the race do?
Take a deep breath, and bring themselves back into the contention. I can see a blue blob in the background. I believe Kane Shepherd's recovered well.
Yeah, we saw both drivers did recover. They have rejoined the race.
So they've got about 8 laps to clean up. You can see he's right at the back of the group now. So he's probably about 100 meters behind the 2nd last car. 3rd last car, sorry. But Poleman has lost out big time. He's dead last after 1 lap.
That's just unfortunate. It looked like it was just a racing incident. We don't seem to have...
They should have given themselves a bit more room. It's the first lap of the first race of the weekend. So here we go.
So
Aaron Love in the lead. Open up a decent 1.2 second lead. Adam Khalid is up to third. He's just 0.4 of a second behind Daniel Cao.
Followed by Ugo de Wild, Mitchell Chair, Hibiki Terra, Benson Lin, Alistair Young, Luke Thompson, Liam Lawrence, Maurice Mustafa, Kane Shepherd, and Ishan Perez.
Hibiki Terra, after the 2 leaders took each other out, lost out big time. He went down from third all the way down to 6th place.
So we're just getting a quick replay here of what happened on the first lap. I'm sorry, just bear with us one moment. We have brief technical difficulties. Here we go. This is the replay now of the first corner of the first lap. You can see Kane Shepherd taking an outside line, coming in, and making contact with the red car there.
So it was a perfect, I would say, perfect duet there. Wheel to wheel, front wheel to front wheel, rear wheel to rear wheel, and a perfect pirouette.
And I think I see what happened to Hibiki Terra. He was pushed outside. To avoid everyone, he had to run very wide.
At least we can see both cars didn't have any damages. No damages, so they continued.
Okay, back to live time now. We can see that Aaron Love is building out.
He just did the quickest race lap for the moment, 219.334 on cold tires.
Brilliant driving. Over a second ahead now from the man in second place, Daniel Cao. Daniel Cao, interesting story. First to event, he was event champion. Event 3 in Thailand 2-3 weeks ago, he had a bit of trouble. He was only second. Ugo took away his crown, but he's back now. He's won already in Sepang. Do you think he's got the makings of another event championship?
Daniel Cao is always a contender. He's always on the podium unless a mechanical problem. So never discount Daniel. He may sometimes take a bit of time to warm up, but it's always a contender.
Speaking about taking a bit of time to warm up, we saw in Thailand, in Event 3, Ugo de Wild, last lap of every race, somehow he managed to get to first place.
Yeah, yeah. Ugo has mastered the art of tire management, but you must remember in Thailand it was a lot cooler, whereas in Malaysia now we have a lot hotter, so you can see what Ugo can do this time around. Here we go. Ugo's going to try to make a move, I can see there.
Actually, I think that's Mitchell making a move on Ugo into turn 1.
Okay.
Going around the outside.
They're side by side. Let's keep
Very similar situation to turn 1 and lap 1.
Yes. Mitch has gained a position now. So the two Malaysians are now in 3rd and 4th. It's Mitchell, yeah, not Mitch.
So we're lap 2 or 3 now, Faisal. So what's Aaron's Love at the front? He's got a bit of a gap. Actually, he lost 1/10 this lap. Daniel Cao's closed in, as you said. Never discount Daniel.
I think Daniel's working his tire temperatures. He's not pushing too early, too soon. It's a 9-lap race. The track time's pretty high now because we're racing at noon. And as we know, Sepang track temperatures can be quite challenging for drivers in the car and also on the tires on the cars. So what Mitch and Adam can do now is maintain a comfortable pace and slowly gain on the driver in front. And what Aaron shouldn't be doing is pushing too hard too soon and killing off his tires, because Daniel will be there to take the position from him.
So if I understand you right, what you're saying is last 2-3 laps, that's where all the action is going to be. That's where the
Ugo is still in
be
4th, actually. Ugo is ahead of Mitchell.
Yes, that's right. So, Ugo and then followed by Mitchell.
So Mitchell probably tried to make a move on Ugo with his local knowledge, but Ugo's racecraft in the F4 has pulled him clean. Quietly in 8th position, car 22, Alistair Young is maintaining his position. He's not challenged by anyone, but I think he's chasing Benson Lim of Taiwan just ahead of him. It's only 1.7 seconds behind Benson Lim.
So coming into the last corner of the circuit,
it
seems to me, turn 15.
Yeah.
It seems to me like that's a brilliant overtaking opportunity. How do you get down the inside there and take advantage?
You have to build up for turn 15. Coming down the hill from turn 12, which I mentioned was a full throttle 5th gear corner in these cars, they have to come alongside or get a nice exit out of turn 13 and 14. So you have a nice long straight So you get a proper
Sorry to interrupt you there,
yeah.
Faisal. Just seen on my screen, Daniel Cao has gained a second on Aaron Love this lap.
Again,
he's now only 6 tenths behind.
6 tenths. He's putting the pressure on Aaron. And you can see Aaron's taken turn 1 a bit wider of the apex, whereas Daniel's keeping it tight. He is closing up on Aaron.
Interesting as well, Adam Khalid has dropped back. He was about 7 tenths behind, but now he's 0.4 seconds back.
Probably
he's
not.
Lost about 5
he didn't lose time. Actually, Daniel went forward. Because you can see the gap between Adam and Ugo has maintained.
But you can see now Daniel is right up behind the man in first place, Aaron Love there.
So we've got 6 laps to go. We're now on lap 3.
So we saw it last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, I should say, in Thailand that, oh, bit of action here. What's happened there? It looks like car number 42 just lost position to car number 30.
Ishan Paris has recovered and taken the position away from Luke Thompson.
Very good driving there.
Excellent work there. I believe Luke Thompson is losing some position there. He's under pressure from the white car of Liam Lawrence. Here we... Oh, there you go. Ugo's made a move into turn 11 onto Adam Khalid, and he's taken third away from Adam Khalid.
2 Malaysians now together.
Yes.
So can they team up and get back on Ugo, or are they...
It looks like they're fighting each other right now. So I was saying about the back straight. Here we go. Get a perfect entry into turn 14 and a nice exit, so then you can draft the car in front. See what Adam's trying to do now. So, yeah, not Adam, sorry. Mitchell is now right on Adam's tail, and he's trying to cover Mitchell from driving into turn 15.
Quick replay here of the overtake from Ugo on Adam Khalid.
Ugo dummied to the left, Adam covered, and then he went to the right. Beautiful move into turn 11. Not an easy corner to overtake.
Back to the action now.
Oh, look at that. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. A Linus turn. Brilliant. Okay, Adam is staying in the inside. He's covering from Mitchell. Mitchell's got to go even deeper inside. Ooh, boy.
Oh.
Brave move by Mitchell.
Very good driving there.
In the space of 1 lap, Adam has lost 2 positions. He won't like that at all.
No.
He was in a
Correct me if I'm wrong, Faisal, but I saw Adam a little bit slippery at the backside of the track. Did you notice that?
Probably was like because he was going offline, so there's less grip offline.
I see.
You can see he's off when you're off the racing line.
See, he's making a move now back on Mitchell again. Think he's going to take it?
He's going to take it away from Mitchell, and now Mitchell's under pressure from Hibiki Taira just behind them. So it's 2 Malaysians leading a Japanese.
But our young Belgian, as they're fighting now, the young Belgian is building up a bit of a lead, and he's catching in on Daniel Cao.
Daniel won't like that at all. It's deja vu if Ugo takes his position on the last lap.
Speaking of that, we saw in Thailand a few weeks ago, turn 3 was Ugo's favorite corner. That's where he overtook everyone.
Yeah.
Where's the best overtaking opportunity at Sepang? I'm thinking turn 1.
2 days ago, we did a track walk, Ugo and me, and Ugo has never been in Sepang. Track walk was first time here, and he seems to have found something at turn 11. Look what he's doing. And that's car number 1,
Hibiki Taira,
taking Mitchell. He must have seen what Ugo did. And
looks like they've fallen a bit back from the car in front of them.
Yeah, because they're dicing. They're dicing. Yeah. So now Hibiki's covering from Mitchell. Adam will like that. Then he's got room to breathe and focus on chasing Ugo. Look at that. Daniel Chow and Aaron Love. 0.6 of a second difference on the last lap.
But what I'm interested in is what's the gap to Ugo? Is he going to close them down? Is he going to somehow rip away first and second from the drivers in front of him on the last lap?
Now, Daniel's lost a 1/10 of a second, but he's only 2.7 seconds ahead of Ugo. So, can Ugo make up 2.7 seconds in 4 laps? What's happening to the guys behind?
We're looking now at 4 laps to go, as we're talking about, and we have Aaron Love in first still, holding his position from the first lap when we had that incident between the 2 leaders, followed by Daniel Cow and Ugo de Wild. So it's 7/10 from Daniel to Aaron, and is that 2.7 seconds back, Ugo, as you were saying. Is that too far? Can he take advantage of it, or is there's not enough time left?
Look at the lap times on the last lap. Ugo de Wild did 2:14.356, Aaron did a 2:14.238, while Daniel did a 2:14.4. So Ugo is closing, but ever so slightly on Daniel. Now, there's some action going behind. There's Alistair Young, the yellow car, chasing car 42 is Luke
Thompson there. And Liam Lawrence just behind them.
Yeah, Alistair's
trying
lost
to get
position.
back.
Alistair's lost position. Ishan and Kane Shepherd have recovered well. Kane's back up to 8th place, Ishan's in 9th. But they're a bit too far from Benson Lane right now.
Interestingly, this might make things a little bit different now for race 2, because race 2, I believe, is the starting grid is determined by, is it the fastest laps, or it's the
second fastest lap of qualifying?
No, that's race 4.
Race 4.
Race 2 is, oh, and we've had something go wrong. That looks like Alistair Young at turn number 9, I believe. He spun out. He spun out, and oh no, he's recovering. But is there going to be a safety car? What does that mean for Ugo?
No, he's rolling.
He's rolling.
He's rolling. Hang on.
No,
he stopped it right in the middle of
stopped it in the middle of the car. That means a safety car. That means Ugo de Wild, Daniel Cow, and Aaron Love are going to be right on it for the last 3 laps of the race.
Daniel will not like that at all. Hang on.
Sorry, let me correct that.
Alistair has recovered, so he's moved off. So we won't have safety car. Thank God for that. Oh, look at that.
It's not what Ugo is thinking.
Aaron and Daniel are now wheel to wheel.
Very interesting coming into turn 1 and 2. I think I interrupted you a minute ago when you were going to tell us where the final overtake and the final corner is going to happen.
It seems to be every corner. Look at that. Aaron's covering really, really deep in turn 4. They're way offline.
Daniel all over.
Yeah, that's not the way to take turn 4, because you're going to have very slow exit. And again, Aaron's going to lose out. There you go. And Daniel's taken into turn 5, shifting up to 5th gear. It's flat out into turn 5, followed by the right-hander turn 6. So Aaron lost out big time by covering too deep into turn 4. That is not the way to cover into turn 4. You take your racing line because it's a very tight corner.
As you said at the beginning of the race, don't count out Daniel Cow. He is always on the podium.
He's always a contender. But Ugo's got his sights on that. But don't discount Adam as well.
Adam's got to be thinking, just keep it there. Yeah. I'm going to get on the podium. I'm going to do it. This is Malaysia. This is my home.
Yep, he wants to be on the podium. The last race he did was a year ago.
No, I'm sorry, the last race was...
in Sepang. In Sepang was a year ago in Formula 4 Sepang, supporting Asia once again. So he's raring to go and he wants to get on the podium at the very least. So what can Aaron Love do right now? Incidentally, his elder brother, Jordan Love, is a lap record holder, a 2:10.819, I believe, done about a year ago.
That's right. Jordan Love, he joined us for Asia Cup, and he joined us for Formula 4. And in Asia Cup, in Formula 4, he did a 2:10. 2:10.9, I believe it was. Unbelievable that. Oh, a little bit of a lock up there from Aaron Love.
Trying to close up on Daniel. That should take care of his tires. He's got 2 more races to do on the same set of tires. Look, everyone's holding position at the moment. Back the position from Daniel Chow. He's got about just 1.5 laps to go, 1 and a bit.
So that's Aaron Love. We can see in our laps now on our screens here that he's 5/10 behind. So he's not out of the race, but he did just lock up. He's got to be, his head's maybe not in the right place now. He's lost the position after leading for 8 laps. What does he do? What is his plan? He holds off to the last corner, the last lap?
He's got to make the right move at the right place where Daniel cannot recover.
That's a lot easier said than done, though, isn't it?
So that should be the last corner on the last lap, but then things could go balls up if he does it wrong.
But we can see now Ugo de Waal has actually lost a tenth. He's actually now 2.18 seconds behind, so maybe he's not going to repeat his performance from Thailand. He's not going to be able to overtake the 2 leaders in front of him
this weekend.
This race, anyway.
Yeah, at least. And this weekend, Ugo, over the practice sessions, even the test sessions, he's still trying to find the sweet spot, so to speak.
I meant to mention at the beginning of this, Daniel Cao, as I said, he's been event champion before. He knows this circuit. Ugo de Waal
doesn't know the circuit, and so he's still finding the sweet spot.
Daniel Cao with a bit of advantage, because last weekend in Thailand, they both never been there before.
Aaron's not giving up. You can see Aaron's trying a different line to turn 14, hoping to get a nicer exit out of 14 onto the back straight. Ugo and Adam are comfortable in their positions 3 and 4, because Hibiki Taira is a bit too far off to take the position away from Adam. Mitch Chia has dropped back quite some time. He was right behind Hibiki. He's now 6 seconds behind.
So we can see they're just about to cross the finish line now. Last lap.
Here we go. See what Aaron can do.
This is going to decide it, I think, like the first lap.
This is less than 0.4 of a second.
Not close enough.
He's 1 car length behind. Slightly wide there into turn 1 by Daniel. Aaron's taking it tighter than into turn 2. He should get a nicer exit. Ooh.
Maybe he's going to take advantage at turn 3.
Daniel just touched the curb, so he struggled on the exit there. See what happens here. Aaron should be building up to take position, not here, definitely not turn 4. Maybe they can do what Ugo did, turn 11.
9, 10, 11, that's a good opportunity.
Yeah. Building up, building up.
Just staying right behind him. 4 tenths is what's showing on our board, but we think he's closer by now.
Into 7 and 8. We're now on the south side of the circuit. Half a lap to go. Where will Aaron make his move?
Going into turn 9 now.
Daniel's keeping it clean to turn 9.
Up the hill.
Aaron's still half a car behind. Oh, bit of a slide there by Aaron. Got on the gas just a bit early.
Now into the fast sequence of corners, back of the circuit.
11. Seems like Daniel's comfortable, but we can never speak too soon in Formula. Oh, now he's opened up.
He has opened up a bit of a lap there.
It's now a 2-car gap, whereas it was 1 car just before 11. Yeah, unless
he makes an amazing move.
Way too far. It's 2 cars behind.
Or as we like to say, a wild move.
Wild move. There's a term we like to use here in Sepang for turn 15, dive bombing. Here we go, last corner. Daniel's got it. As long as he gets a proper exit. Yeah.
Daniel's confident, he's got it. He's won the race.
He's won race 1. Congratulations, Daniel Chow of China. Winner race 1. Aaron Love, Ugo de Waal in 3rd. Malaysian Adam Khalid in 4th.
Hibiki Taira in 5th.
That's Mitch Chia in 6th.
Just crossing the line now.
Mitchell Chia, Benson Lin, Ishan and...
I'm sorry, Ishan is actually ahead of Benson Lin there.
Oh yeah, he took Benson Lin on the last corner. Look, Ishan and Kane, they're like pointing towards each other. There'll probably be some discussion after the race between the two of them.
On that topic, is there going to be some kind of implication between lap 1?
Well, the stewards probably will investigate after the race, or they could deem it as a racing incident because both of them continued with no damages. It depends on what the stewards decide. On my point of view, I would say it's a racing incident and both of them continued. It's just that they lost position and there doesn't seem to be any damages to the car. But they would probably get a warning from the race director that let's keep that contact to a minimum.
So looking forward now, it's the end of the race, so we can see Kane Shepherd, he spun out, but he made it back up to 7th position, and Ishan Perez in 8th there, just behind him. So they, it was a terrible start to the race, but they've actually ended up pretty well. And it'll be interesting to see what they do in the next race.
Yeah, as we were talking, for race 2, it's the second best lap from qualifying.
I believe it's the fastest lap from race 1.
From the race 1, so we'll probably be seeing more or less the same guys in front.
Yeah, it looks like Daniel Cow is on pole there with 2:13.9.
Aaron Love in second place. No, sorry, there's 2:14.1. There's Ishan. Ishan will be starting from the front row.
So we can see the drivers now. They're just coming around, and they're going to enter the pit lane now in a few moments. Come into the car podium, and we'll proceed to the podium ceremony. And we'll be covering that live for you as well. So please stay tuned for a few minutes, so you can see the drivers receive their trophies. It has to be the best feeling in the world driving back after you've just won the race.
Yeah. I mean, you've got that on. These guys are doing what, 2 minutes 14, 2 minutes 15. So during that cool down lap, coming back to the podium, Park Farming, it's that 3 minutes where you're like taking deep breath, you know, feeling good about yourself. Probably if you won, you'd probably be waving at the marshals as well. And in case of Ishan and Kane, they were probably waving at each other. It'll be interesting to hear what the conversation is between those two. But as we know, these guys, maybe on the circuit, they're fighting out, but after the race,
they're all hanging out, they're all friends.
Yeah. Kane is cool as a cucumber. Every time you ask him, how's it going? He says it's okay.
It's because he's the tallest racing driver in the world.
And he's always like, in between races, he just falls asleep. That's the way he chills.
I mean, that must be an important thing, being able to just put it on the track, leave it on the track, and then
walk away after
away.
It's done, yes.
So we can see Peter Thompson there congratulating second position. Daniel Cow
celebrating the race win. Race 1 out of 6.
Jumping on top of his podium there.
I believe in event 3, Daniel lost the event championship to Hugo Doval by 1 point.
1 point. Hugo is on 13 total points, and Daniel's on 14.
That must be painful.
Unbelievable.
1 point.
But, excuse me, Nazim Azman, he was only 3 points behind both of them. If he hadn't have crashed off in race 1 last event,
yeah, he probably would have won.
He could have won.
Yeah. Nazim, by the way, is not here. He's away racing another series this weekend. He would have loved to be here to race for Malaysia. You can see Aaron Love's mother there, holding his helmet. Family support is always good in motorsports.
What's the relationship like between a driver and their mechanic? We could see Daniel there, you know, giving everyone hugs and everything.
It's important because the mechanics are the one working on your car. Basically, they keep it all in one piece, and it's your job as a driver to deliver the performance that the car can do. So if a driver keeps the car in one piece, it's less work for the mechanic.
Okay, we're just going to bring you a quick highlights of the race so far. Well, okay, so we're just going to give you a quick highlight now of what's happened so far. 5
red lights are off. Brilliant start by both of them. Kane Shepherd gains a few meters on Ishan Perez, but Ishan's covering the inside. They're alongside now. Sorry, Kane's just ahead into turn 1.
And we can see where it's about to happen now.
Kane takes the race line, goes in, and their wheels lock up. Both of them pirouette together.
Important there, the 2 orange cars being pushed very wide.
Yeah.
You can see what happened to Hibiki. He
Taira
went all the
lost
way out.
a lot of position. He went from 3rd to 7th in one corner, but the biggest losers were the front row guys. They went dead last, both of them.
You can see Adam Khaled there coming around the last corner of the lap.
And here's car number 30, which is Ishan Perez recovering after his spin in the first lap. But 2 white cars are leading now. So it's
see Hugo there undertaking Adam Khaled, stealing 3rd from him.
At turn 11, not the easiest place to pass. Mitch tried to make a move into 12, but Adam covered.
Mitch does take him in a few laps, but Adam gets him back then straight away.
Yes. So here we are, Adam in the only blue car on the grid this time around. And that's Hibiki Taira taking Mitchell's position at turn 11. down turn 3. Aaron Love still in the lead for the first 6 laps. And Daniel just slowly closes in.
It was just a small mistake from Aaron there. Just he must be kicking himself.
He was being too defensive.
Mm.
Because Sepang circuit's between 15 to 18 meters wide. So you can actually put 6, 7 cars abreast, and he covered too far deep in.
We can see it back to live now. We saw everyone cross the finish line.
And here we are at the podium.
Drivers must have just, they must be in the ready room, about to come out. I'm sure we'll hear the anthem now, and any moment we'll have the drivers come out and they'll get their trophies. Have you spent much time in that back room there, waiting for your trophy, Faisal?
I did it twice, 3 times. The worst, I would say the best one was the 12-hour race, because we got like, 4 categories, 3 drivers per car. So there was a lot of guys at the back there after 12 hours.
So in the interim between the last event and coming back home to Malaysia, we got a lot of questions from people asking, well, how do I become a racing driver? How do I get started? And, you know, you hear some people, they've been go-karting since they're 6-year-old, and then you hear other people who they don't start until they're 24 years old, and then they win the F1 championship. You know?
That's hidden talent there. Well, interesting. One of our alumni, Takuma Sato, interestingly doesn't come from a motorsport family. His parents were dentists, but he started in a single-seater series similar to what we have here in Formula 4 Southeast Asia, and that's where they discovered his talent. I mean, it's not all from karting. Some of them actually, like you said, Aaron, they start a bit late. So Takuma Sato did start a bit late, but he still ended in Formula 1 and won in the Indy 500 last year.
Was it Takuma Sato as well who was second place in Le Mans, or was that Ho Pin Tong, I think it was?
That's Ho Pin Tong.
That was Ho Pin Tong.
Ho Pin Tong.
Another meritorious driver, yeah. So we're at the end of the first race. You know, now the drivers, they've got a bit of a feel for everything. You know, I'm sure a little bit of the pressure is off, or maybe there's more pressure. So what are people going to be doing to get ready for the next race?
Well, depending on where they finish, I guess Daniel, Aaron, and Ugo, they know their starting position for next race. They got to play their game right. They should be happy because they're on the podium. Then you got the other guys who lost out, as we mentioned. So they now want to make up what they did from race 1. So
I see behind the scenes a lot of the time, I see drivers, you know, they're skipping rope or they're catching tennis balls against the wall. Or
I had an interesting discussion yesterday with the specialist in the field. He said it's to help them focus, because apparently if you spend looking like a smartphone or just a screen, your eyes narrow in. So, but for them, when they're doing the skipping and playing with the ball, it's to help their reflex and their focus.
So we're still just waiting here on the podium for a few more moments.
We've got clear blue skies, puffy white clouds outside. Look at that. Look at that. That's a beautiful sight. Look at the palm trees.
So we've been talking to the drivers.
Here we come onto the podium. Can you hear the crowd below cheering?
All the mechanics and everybody, I'm sure, are very happy to see their drivers up on the podium. That's third position, Ugo de Wild there.
Second position, Aaron Lau. And the race winner, Daniel Chow.
All up on the podium.
And also the rookie winner, Hibiki Taira. Here we go, rookie winner, Hibiki Taira.
Hibiki, as we said, he was disadvantaged in lap 1 by the incident between the two leaders, but he did get back up to 5th, and that was enough to put him on the podium as the rookie winner.
Good move by him. He went around the outside of turn 1 onto the tarmac runoff. Kept his guns one piece.
It was just good, consistent driving on his part.
Yes. And it's his first ever car race, first time in Sepang.
To be on the podium, even though it's only a rookie podium, it still must be an amazing feeling.
Yeah. He had an interesting week. On the way here, he lost his phone. A couple of weeks back, he lost his entire racing kit. Hibiki Tyra. Here we go. They're putting on the sponsor caps and receiving the winner's trophy from Peter Thompson.
And now the final trophy, the rookie award winner to Hibiki Tyra there. Peter Thompson handing it up. Peter Thompson, chairman of Formula 4 there. Excuse me, that's Formula 4SEA, I should say.
The trophy is instantly presented by those ladies who happen to be the mothers of the race drivers.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's Ugo de Ville's mother and Aaron Love's mother.
Must be an amazing feeling on top of that trophy.
Yeah. Looking down and that should
see the drivers there all waving there.
All big smiles.
All big smiles. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us for the first race of the weekend here. We'll be back in 2 or 3 hours for race 2. I'll be joined again by Faisal, driver coach for Formula 4SEA. And once again, thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon.
See you in 2 hours.